Hi Stampers! Happy Tuesday. So I have to tell you, you have probably heard me say before that I wanted to start doing lives on YouTube. Well, after checking into it, I found out, first of all, I don't have enough subscribers. You have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. You also have to have a webcam, which I do have in my laptop, but I think you need like a separate webcam to do the overhead thing. And so technically, I don't really feel like I have the right setup that I need for that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to pop on Tuesdays randomly at whatever time. So what you need to do is make sure that you like my stamping page here and that you set it to receive all notifications, because I will try to go on each Tuesday and notify you what time I'll be going live on that day, because every other Tuesday I bring my sister to my house to do her laundry. So on those Tuesdays I probably won't go live until the evening or late afternoon, but most likely the evening. So that will catch people on those days that maybe work and don't have the opportunity to come on and watch. And for those, you know, I always post them, so you can always catch the replay regardless. I'm still going to be doing my Friday Fun Day lives at 2 o'clock, so that's not going to change. That's not going away. I'm just adding an extra time slot live to the schedule. Only it's sort of an unscheduled schedule. It'll be Tuesday at some point. Morning, afternoon, evening. That's a guess. But I will definitely come on ahead of time and let you know what time. Okay, so this is my first live doing making something with my new setup. So hopefully I've got everything in place right here. So we'll see. Let me get my camera, my phone mounted here. So we'll flip that and I'll get it in the mount here. Hey Danita, and see how that looks. So let's see, let me just do couple of little adjustments here. I think what I need is another extra little arm on my mount, so I probably will order one unless I can figure this out. So bear with. Okay, one more adjustment and I think we'll be set here. There, that looks pretty good. Okay, maybe I won't have to order another one. Okay, I think we're good. Let me just bring it up on my iPad so I can see what you are seeing. There's my page. There I am. Well, I don't need to hear myself. Okay, there we go. And I just want to be able to see comments. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Okay, here is the October host code. So if you shop on my site, which is, that's the address, please put in this code at checkout. There's a place to put it, unless you got carried away and spent $150 or more. Don't use that code in that case, because you will be your own host and you will get the benefits of that. So this is only if you spend under $150. Alrighty. So the stamp set I'm going to play with is this adorable Have a Hoot. It has matching dies or coordinating dies, and those are called Hoot. Okay, and let me just give you a quick little bit of information about this set in case you're interested in it. It's in the holiday catalog, and it's right here on page 62, or you'll find it on my shopping site, and you can look it up by the name, or you can look it up by the number. If you wanted the stamp and die set, be sure you order the bundle in that case, because you would save 10%. And so for the bundle, it's $51.25. The stamp set alone's $23. And as always, you get some fun extra dies in there that don't necessarily cut out the shapes. So there's a couple of really cute, like, tag type dies in there, plus kind of a square one. There's some little branches. There's a spider web. So it's a really fun die set. And here, those three shapes are connected, so you can kind of see that. And when you cut them out, it'll create that little window with all three of those cutout shapes, and there's stitching around them, so that's pretty fun. Okay, so that is the info there. Let's get started stamping. So I'm gonna do a easel card today, which is not a new card shape or anything, but it's a fun one. Hi Karen, thanks for joining me today. So I've got a piece of 4 1/4 by 11-inch cardstock, and it's scored at 5 1/2 and again at 2 3/4. So that is going to create the easel where it's scored there in the middle. Let me find a bone folder here. So you need that extra little fold there because it's going to make it stand up and make that easel. All right, and then you'll need another piece. So whatever your card base is, usually you just go with the same color and you'll cut it the same size as the front of your card. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the only thing is you're only going to put adhesive on that bottom rectangle. So below that score line. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my ATG. If you are worried about lining it up just right, you can use liquid glue, which will allow you to have that little bit extra wiggle room. Okay, and then just want to make sure before you commit here that you are getting your edges lined up as best as you can. And then when that comes up, you can kind of see how it creates that easel there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of add some of my layers. This is the, let me grab it here. That's from the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper pack. It's a 6x6 paper pack. I think this one's included on the paper sale. I'm not positive, but you can look on my shopping site. There's a paper sale going on this month, so make sure you check that out. It's only on certain papers. It's not on all of them. Excuse me. But I think it might be on this one. Isn't that one pretty? I just thought that one looked so fall. I love the colors in it. And then there's like Christmas colors on the flip side there. What I love about this cute stamp set is that it encompasses several holidays. We'll take a look at it again here in a minute. Okay, so I cut this one just to give a little border of the black. There we go. So you've got Halloween on here. This one could be, I mean, it's got that spider, but you could cut that spider off. So you could actually make that for anything just by snipping off the spider. It's got these cute little, this owl family, which is a wintry looking one. You could use that for Christmas or just for maybe a winter birthday even. And then this one's adorable. It would make the cutest anniversary card. And then, of course, I'm using this one today. I thought he was really cute. Kind of looks like Dracula. And then there's some fun sayings on there. Okay, so there we have that, and that plaid. I just love that plaid. Okay, so now I've got another piece of black cardstock, and let me tell you what I cut it at. It is 3.5 inches wide and 4 3/4 long. And I'm going to emboss that in the, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of this embossing folder, but I'll tell you real quick here. Uh-oh. Sorry, Lacey's having a cough. Okay, I should know it by heart. I love this embossing folder. Where is it? Okay, it is Isn't it available anymore? Oh, right here. I knew it was. Woodland. That should be easy enough because it's in the woods. Okay, it's $8.50 and it's called Woodland. And I've had mine for quite a while. Okay. So you kind of just have to find what part of the pattern you want and put it in there. So I think I'm going to do that, and let me just run it through my machine real quick. Okay, so there we go. Love it. And now to just give it a little bit of a spooky vibe, I'm going to use some of the white craft ink. which is kind of a pigment, but if you wanted to emboss with it, you would have to do it really fast because it actually dries really fast. And so if you're wanting to emboss, I would suggest using Versamark. What I wanted to tell you, because I've had my ink pad here for quite some time, I think now you just get the little cubes. I was gonna look. No, they still have it in the big pad. It just is in the newer version of the stamp pads. So there it is. It is it comes uninked, but it comes with the refill. So it's $9.50 for the pad and the refill. So once you get it, you'll ink it up. And then the refill is just $4.50 for another refill. But one refill lasts you a really long time. I'm actually not sure if I've ever even had to re-ink that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use a super simple tool, which is my finger, and I'm just going to get ink on my finger because I really only want the ink on the raised part here. If you get a little bit off, it's no biggie. But using your finger, you just kind of have a little bit better control. I tried to use like one of those makeup brush things, and it was just putting too much ink, more than I wanted on the background, and it wasn't giving quite the same effect as using my finger was. So it's really easy, and it wipes right off your finger too, so you don't have to worry about having a white stained finger afterwards. Okay, so there is how that turns out. And I'm just going to wipe that off real quick. Okay, good to go. And now I can go ahead and attach that to the front of my card. I wanted a little bit more of the plaid showing, so that's why I cut my centerpiece just a little bit smaller than the typical way we layer. All right, there we go. Now I can set that aside and bring in a piece of Whisper White, because now we are going to do some stamping. I went ahead and mounted the cute little owl that I want to stamp, and I'm going to do that with Memento Tuxedo Black. I finally broke down and bought me a new black stamp pad. I'd had my other one, I still have it. I had it for years, but after a while, the threads kind of start to fray on the stamp pad, and I just felt like I needed a new one. Cute. I love this stamp cleaning thing. If you guys don't have one, you should think about getting one. They work so good, and if you get an empty stamp case, it fits perfectly in there. Okay, so there is that. And then I've got a bunch of markers here to color with, probably more than I need. Most likely, but maybe not. Okay, so I've got 2 yellows here. What did I decide? I have got dark mango melody and light mango melody. Okay, so I think I'm going to use the dark to color his little toes here. And his beak isn't showing, so I don't have to worry about that. So I think that's all I need that one for. I'm going to use light mango melody to color the moon. And it's such a sliver there, I'm not even going to worry about doing shading. Maybe though, I think I will color his eyes. I'm going to leave just a little bit of white around the edge. Hi, Charlene. Okay, so that is the yellow. Now, what do I want to color next? Dark cinnamon cider, light cinnamon cider. Okay, so that's what I'm coloring him with. So to color the branch, I've got dark soft suede. And I'm just going to color the branch with that. And I'm going to go off of here a little bit because I'm going to be cutting this out with a circle die, and I wanted it to come from the edge when I cut it. So I'm going to call that good right there. And then let's color him. So we'll start with the light cinnamon cider. This is a really pretty color, I think. It's just a good light brown, darker than tan really. It's just a good color. And let's see, I don't want to get the cape in there accidentally. All right. And then I'm going to come in with the dark cinnamon cider just to do a little bit of shading here, not anything too fancy. a little bit. I've been wondering if the owl that hangs out around here will come back this winter. I'm not sure. We'll see. We always have to keep a really good lookout when we have our dogs out there doing their business because they're so little. Okay, now I want to do the inside of the cape red, so I've got light real red here. And then I'm just going to bring in the dark real red just a little bit. And I've got the light and dark basic black for the outside of the cape. This is the light. I'm just going to blend that all together a little bit. And then I've got light pool party. And I'm just going to come around the outside of him a little bit. Kind of just makes it pop when you do that. There we go. And I don't think I need this color. I don't know why I had it out. Dark, oh, I know why, for the beak, but his beak's covered up, so we don't need to worry about that. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is die cut him out. I've got, I'm using the layered circles dies, and this is the next to the biggest one in the straight circle. It has the scallops, which I'll be using in a minute, and the straight line in the set. And I'm just going to use a piece of Post-it tape here to make sure that stays where I want it. Hi, Pam. Okay. And I'm just going to cut this real quick. So there is that. So cute. And then I've got a piece of rich raspberry. Isn't that a gorgeous color? And it matches with that color there in the plaid. So that's why I chose that. And I'm just going to run this through and cut it out with that scalloped die real quick. So there is that. And here is that makeup brush that I was telling you about. And I want to do some colors around the edge here. Let's see. I actually think I'm going to use the rich raspberry. Let me get a scrap. And see what that's going to look like. Kind of like it. Okay. I mean, it's got to be a night sky, right? Because we got the moon there. And he's Dracula. So it's got to be a little bit spooky. I don't want the moon to be pink, so I'm going to avoid getting it in the moon area. All right, I think that's good with that color. And then I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of Gorgeous Grape. I can come up just a little bit higher with that. There we go. Almost all the way around with this. There we go. Like it. And then I'm going to do one more circle around, this time with Night of Navy. going to be kind of like he's in the spotlight, I think. Definitely going to have to put a little bit of Wink Estelle on there somewhere. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to cover up that moon a little bit. Okay, I like that better. Okie dokie. And then you can kind of see, it looks like the brush is wiping pretty clean, but actually there's a lot of ink still down in there. So what I do is I run it on a baby wipe. I just go back and forth, and then I'll do it on clean paper again until I'm satisfied that there's enough color out of it. You can run it under the water, but these brushes are so dense that running them under the water, I worry that they hold too much water in. I think it's just easier to do it either on a baby wipe or like a wet paper towel or something. Okay, so now, you know what I did? I messed up. Darn it. I meant to stamp him and cut him out. I can still do it. I can still do it because it doesn't take that long to just color him. Let me do it real quick. Sorry about that. I got so carried away in coloring him because this is the first time I've colored him. And I just need to color just him. I don't need to color the whole situation there. So let me just do that real quick. And I will do it as fast as I can so that I don't hold you guys up from going about your day. It just gives a little bit added something to the card. So I didn't even have to worry about covering that moon up because when I cut him out with the die, it's going to cut the moon out too, so I'll be popping that up. use my color lifter because I got one little tiny bit of brown into his eyeball there, and I don't want it there. So there we go, it's gone. Okay, and we've got the dark mango melody again. And I will do his little feet. And the light for the moon. And his eyes. I don't need to do the branch, but I need to do his cape. Almost got it, you guys. Okay, I think we're good. Let me get the dye here. So the dye is going to cut him out and the moon. There is the tiny moon. And there he is. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. I'm going to use a little liquid glue to pop that on there. I'm going to pop this up on the front here. too cute. Okay, then we're gonna pop him up. And that moon, just gonna snip oh, I've got one snipped already. I wonder if that'll fit. Let's see. It does, yay. Okay. Cute. And now, let's see, no, I don't want white. That's gonna be for the inside. I have got the word boo from the stamp set here, and I'm just going to stamp and heat emboss it. So I'm going to stamp it with Versamark. Got white embossing powder here. And then from my stash, this is actually a Stampin' Up! Punch. It's a little oval. It is retired, but I just wanted, I liked that shape. And I'm going to pop that up with the black dimensionals, just because. When you get the black dimensionals, you get both sizes in the package. So there's 2 sheets of the big ones and 2 sheets of the small, I think. Yep. Boo. Okay. Let me just clean this stamp before I forget to do it. And now the inside here, I've got a piece of Bumblebee. Or is this crushed curry? I think it might be crushed curry. And then I've got a piece of black and a piece of the rich razzleberry. And I'm going to stamp the greeting for the inside, which says, "Have a hoot on Halloween." And I'm just going to stamp that in the black memento. I'm going to have to pull that closer so I can see what I'm doing here. Sorry. I want to get it somewhat even. There we go. Okay, and then, so I have cut this at, I think I have it at 2.5 inches long. Yeah, 2.5 inches long, and it is 3/4, this one is 3/4 of an inch wide. And this is one of the new, like, pick a punch. This one has the 2 different flagged ends on it. And you can cut 3 different widths here, and then any length that you want. So this is the 3/4. You can do a 1/2 inch. Hopefully I had that all the way in there. I guess we'll see when I cut this end. It's crooked. That's not going to make it right. The black I have cut at 1 inch. I think I have that one in there right. Huh? I didn't. I had it in there goofy too. Maybe it'll turn out just right. The just right amount of goofiness. It does. Look at that. It made it just the right amount of goofiness on both of them. Okay. Perfect. A happy mistake. And it does not even bother me one bit that it's not the same as on the other side, because it's a Halloween card, so it's got to be a little different, right? I think it turned out spectacular. Okay, now I want my black dimensionals again. Here they are. Now you have to pop something up on the inside, in this case the greeting, because that is what's going to catch the front of your easel card so that it stands up. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So you can put it wherever you want. So however far you want this card to stand up. If you want it to stand all the way up, you're going to want to put your greeting further up on the inside or whatever. It doesn't have to be the greeting. It can be a little design, but whatever it is, it just needs to be popped up enough to catch the lip of the front of your card. So I'm just going to put it right there. Cute. And then it just goes like that and stands up. So you can put it on display. It's too cute, I think. I like it. Okay, so there's that one. And the first one I made is this little guy with the spider coming down. And it also says the same on the inside. So there they both are, but I want to put a little bit of Wink of Stella here. Let's sparkle up the moon. And I think the inside of the cape. Just a little something, something. There we go. Okay. Which one's your favorite? I think they're both cute. So you see here, I used the brush. I started to use that brush, this, only a smaller one, on the edge here. And I thought that's not quite giving me the look I wanted. So that's when I stuck my finger in the ink and went about it that way and did the rest of it. And I like it better, just using your finger. Okay, that's it, you guys. I will be back on here Friday at 2 for Friday Fun Day. I have no idea yet what we'll create, but it'll be something. And I'll see you then. In the meantime, have a great week. Happy stamping. And prayers out to Mary and Hal Director. Keep Mary in your thoughts. Happy stamping, you guys. Bye-bye.